I think what we're going to try and do today is the triple live comp because we're playing Galatasaray, a very good Galatasaray team, I must say, in the UEFA Champions League knockout round. Then we got PSG, and this is critical to our League One standings, and I'll get to that here in just a second. And then we're playing Marseille in the French Cup quarterfinal. It's one of those cases where you got 2 out of 3, we may as well do all 3. Because after beating Lyon, we beat Angers 5-0. Goals by Kim Jin-hee, Padilla, Gasparik had a brace, Lawrence had a goal. We beat Galatasaray. This was a really good game. Demir had a banger of a goal from like 28 yards out. Kim Jin-hee had a goal. Padilla had a very nice goal. They came back. They had a couple more shots after the 87th minute. It was very, very close. They could have clawed the draw back, but instead we held on. Padilla tweaked something. He was out for a couple days. That was about it. We lost to Rennes. Rennes has a really good squad, and I'm not sure what happened here. We scored, they scored, they scored, we scored, we scored, they scored to equalize. Then Martin Terrier got a goal in the 91st minute. This was very much a game of halves in terms of Rukavina had 2 goals, Gasparik had a good performance, Zanga actually had a decent performance, and a bunch of have-nots. Now, the key thing going on here, and this is really kind of the annoying thing, Kube just got back from international duty, so it was Bellman in goal for most of these. And he did a pretty good job. I mean, he was in between the sticks for the Angers game. He did okay in the Galatasaray game on a 6-8. I mean, where did he start? He started here at Troyes. So he had a 7-4 there, which was good, a 6-9, a 7-5 against a very good Brest squad. A 7-5 in the game against Brest. Genki was a 6-6. Lyon, he was a 6-3. He was a 7-6 at Angers, a 6-8 at Galatasaray the first time, a 6-6 against Rennes. So, Kube should be back for this game, I believe. If not this game, definitely the PSG game. I got to stretch here real quick. But with regards to the standings, we're currently 6 points behind PSG. The Rennes game was our opportunity to stay within spitting distance of them. Even if we beat them today, we're still 4 points behind them, 3 points behind them. We're 3 points behind them, which means they need to stumble and we need to draw even, and I just don't see that happening. I really don't. But for the time being, Gasparik leads us with 36 goals and a 7.58 rating. Padilla has 14 assists. Zach Aw, the best pass completion rating. Gasparik has 6 players of the match awards, which looks like a lot, but I kind of like this in that it means other players have been winning player of the match awards as well. So we've had some very good performances. Demir's had 13 yellow cards. Martinez has had 2 red cards. Fun times. We'll praise Demir here real quick. Holland set for huge transfer. The one thing I didn't go over, and we'll do that now, was the transfer window. We just had some players go out. I know I mentioned a couple of them last time, Becker-Mouche and Boyer. Alexis Vincent went to Rio Ave for 15.5, going up to 55. He was a youth player, just didn't have a future here. Eric Bonafoy, who does have some potential. I will admit that. I just don't know that he has enough potential to be a starter here eventually. He is a very good young player right now. I think on a lot of lower league clubs, he would be a very good starter, a very good contributor. I just didn't see a lot of upside to him. You know, he was 2-star current, 4-star potential. We downgraded him to a D status. He is capped once, 17 years old, and he plays advanced mid, which I just don't play in this. The 4-2-4 I play doesn't call for an advanced mid. It's been a while since I played it in the AMC, actually. But he's an enganche and can also play some center mid and advanced midfield on the left. I have better options than him. If this was, a longer term save, maybe I would have kept him. But even then, I don't know that he would have ever made the first squad at any sort of like full-time capacity. So we do have a couple of ins coming in next season. We'll take a look at them here real quick. Mohamed Juma comes to us from Djibouti. My East African scout found him, and I'm taking a chance on him. He's a midfielder. I have a midfielder addiction. 15 work rate, 14 stamina, 12 pace, 11 acceleration, good determination, good technique, pretty good off the ball, pretty good passing, pretty good technique. I tried getting him in on a, cut all that up. So this is who we're going to have on the field today. We're going to have a Kube in goal, Martinez and Lawrence as the defensive backs, Inamori and Asamba as the wing backs, Kim Jin-hee and Demir as the midfielders, Rukavina and Akomiye as the attacking mids, Gasparik and Padilla up top as the strikers. Everybody's mostly match fit. Inamori's a little bit on the low side. I got to play him, though, because he's on a yellow card, and Zanga isn't near as match fit as Inamori is. Lorona on the throw on to Yunus. Top the box, takes the shot at Kube, and a save. Kube gets up to Martinez. One touches it to Kim Jin-hee. Back to Martinez. Rukavina. Out to Padilla, but too hard. Savage falls on the ball. Oh, what the heck was that? Oh, nice tackle by Inamori. However, Olusegun still ends up with it. Campos. Oh, pass intercepted by Lawrence, but they get it back. Inamori gives it up, and Yunus scores. That was horrible by Inamori. I don't know what the heck he was thinking there. Maybe he was going to try and tap it back to a Kube or something like that, but that was just, oh. And somehow, my advice to kick it to the defensive mid falls on deaf ears because he keeps bombing it forward. Rukavina, he had help in the center. Gasparic was there, Padilla was there. Come on, man. Come on. Focus. Pancho. Romde. Medicon. Aronia. Medicon. Aronia. He sends it all the way back to Kovacevic. Kovacevic up to Cordoba. Romde. Olusegun. Tackled, but he gets the ball back. Romde ends up with it. Oh, it gives it away to Kim Jin-hee. Rukavina. Got help. Gasparic, and he puts it away neatly. The angle there was a bit tight. I thought for sure maybe he was dribbling too fast and was going to hit the outside of the net, but Gasparic is probably the best 550,000 euros I've spent in a save in a long time. Padilla from distance into the crowd, knocked away by Cordoba. Unal. Oh, ball stolen by Padilla, and he hits it just too hard. A lot of shots, but not a lot on target. Asamba. Dispossessed. Campos. Up to Unal. Over to Yunus. Dispossessed himself. Kim Jin-hee takes the ball away, gets it to Rukavina. Back to Martinez, who's picked up a yellow, of course. Martinez has been a really good pickup for us. The man's a yellow card machine. And red cards, too, for being honest. Asamba. Gets it to Demir. Demir tries sending it in. It's deflected, but goes right to Rukavina. He scores his 15th goal of the season. Rukavina's had a solid season as well. I haven't called his name out enough because 9 times out of 10 he's scoring in games that I'm not recording. But he's been a very good pickup as well. And at halftime, we go in with a 2-1 lead. 15 shots, only 3 on target. We need to be a little bit more clinical in front of the goal. Aronia on the throw into Yunus. Back to Aronia. Lawrence heads it away. Demir heads it away. Dia back to Asamba. Asamba to Lawrence. Demir up to Comier. Comier, long pass. Gasparic up behind the defenders. Left side. Takes the shot. Excuse me. A little bit too wide. Lawrence to Comier. Kim Jin-hee. Demir. Padilla. Gasparic. Martinez. Demir. Rukavina. And he gets his second goal of the game. That was a very nice move. We only have 3 shots on target. Martinez, Inamori, one taps it. Kim Jin-hee, up in space. Rukavina, all off the crossbar. That would have been his hat trick. We're going to make a couple of changes here, just before the 60-minute mark. Inamori, we're going to get off. We're going to bring on Zonga. Martinez, we're going to get off and bring on Fjellheim. Those are the only 2 changes we're going to make now. Dia on the corner kick. Oh, and we can't stop it. We can't get it to go in. It was a good header, but not enough people around to capitalize on it. Fjellheim to Lawrence. Demir up to Comier. One touches to Padilla. Back to Comier. And he had help in the center, but he tried taking the shot. I'm not quite sure why. Padilla on the corner kick. Fjellheim. Oh, they saved it. Kim Jin-hee's going to run it down. And the highlight ends. That was an interesting sequence of events. Zonga on the throw-in. Too far. Medican. However, Kim Jin-hee gets it. Lawrence feeds a Comier, and he gets a goal. His 11th of the season. He's in double digits. He is going to be a star at the advanced midfield in the right position. Now, if I didn't have a Gasparic, I think he'd be a very good striker. I don't know that he'd be 36 goals right now good, but he'd be a very good striker. As it stands, he is going to be a very good advanced midfielder on the right. And we have thoroughly dominated Galatasaray this game. I think we've held him to 8 shots, 3 on target. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Kovacevic, I don't know what he's doing. Rock. Ball's Kube jumps up and gathers that. Yeah, they've had 11 and 6. It was 8 and 3 the last time it came up, so obviously they've had few chances since then. Brock. Eunice up to an all. So there's an Endo and a Kube, nice goal. Or a nice save, rather. A nice save, jeez. So Gasparik a goal, Rukavina up right, so Comier a goal. 27 shots, 9 on target. A 3.56 XG, 4 woodwork hits. It was a very good win. I think it beat Stuttgart, Real San Sebastian, beat Ajax, Inter beat Borussia Dortmund. And Martinez is out for the next match because of too many yellow cards. I think the draw has already happened. No, it's going to be coming up. I'm going to save the game here, and we will be back in 3 days. 3 days for our game against PSG. Fun times. Fun times. Well, we're going to have to get a little bit creative in the second half because 3 days after playing, this is not a PSG quality squad. I'll be the first to admit that. It's just one of those cases where too many games, too soon. We're starting Rukavina, even though he's at 83%, because he's the best option we have, but we're going to have to move Zanga up and bring on Inamore at some point. I'd start Inamore, but he's at 8. Well, you know what? I can do that. I can move Zanga up here. I can bring on Inamore here, and then if one of those two guys gets too tired, I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's why I get paid the big bucks. So we're going to have a Kube goal, Martinez and Oz as the defensive backs, Inamore and Moro Jr. as the wing backs, Sforza and Varela as the midfielders, Zanga and Polistri, Tagamins, Gasparik, and Dwayland up top as the strikers. It's not something I thought I'd say out loud. Dwayland's gotten a couple of games, but it's been off the bench. He's leaving at the end of the season, I think. I take that back. He's had a few offers, but he said he doesn't want to go because he doesn't think they'll be able to reach a financial agreement, which means he's overvaluing his worth. Oh, kickoff highlight this. Kimi to Anthony. Sforza intercepts. Back to Martinez. Inamore. Martinez. Over to Awe. Awe to Varela. Varela to Dwayland. Dwayland over to Polistri. Polistri drops it off to Reyna. Gives the ball away. Fabian to Mendez. Mendez. Anthony intercepts that. Zanga beats Gasparik. Gasparik digs the keeper, but it's over the crossbar. That would have been a very nice goal and a good way to start the game. Kube. Kakai heads it down. Mbappe back to Hakimi. Hakimi to Kakai. Anthony to Odegaard. Kakai to Vitinha. I had my mouse in the middle of the board. Was throwing me off with the ball. Inamore, nice tackle, but Odegaard gets the ball back. Reyna from distance. Too high. Aw. Back to a Kube. Kube out to Inamore. Inamore pushing forward. Back to Sforza. Up to Zanga. Centers it to Dwayland. Up for Gasparik. I don't know that he was on sides, and Donnarumma makes a very nice save. They're saying he was on sides, so it's going to be a corner kick. Zanga. I don't believe that's my corner formation. I want to take a look at that. Reyna drops it off for Mbappe. Polistri, however, intercepts the ball. Inamore heads it down, but it goes right to Hakimi. Varela just got injured. That is not what we wanted. Bring on Kim Jin-hee. Martinez. Zanga gives the ball away. Odegaard. Anthony. Long pass towards Reyna. Mbappe somehow ends up with the ball. Beats Odegaard, and he scores. Oh, and look, Mbappe from just outside the box. Kube, nice save. Kim Jin-hee knocks away. Mbappe heads it out for a goal kick. Kube bombs it forward. Anthony ends up with it after some back and forth. Fabian to Reyna. Up to Mbappe. Martinez somehow manages to get a foot on the ball. Inamore drops it off to Martinez. Back to Awe. Awe. Stupid pass. Somehow Mbappe ends up with it and gives the ball away to Martinez, but Martinez gives it right back to Hakimi, and Akube jumps up and grabs that. Jeez, what a sequence. Mbappe sends it in. Kimpembe scores off the crossbar. 2-0 at the half. Vasquez. Zanga intercepts that. Dwayland. Pushing forward. Holds it up. Gives the ball away. Martinez to Junior. Junior Heat. Police Street. Police Street up for Gasparic. Gasparic's not going to get it, but Zanga is. He loses it to Hakimi. All the way back to Donnarumma. It's possessed by Gasparic. Off the post. Holy frack, we have had a ton of woodwork hits. Police Street. Over. We're going to make some subs here. We're going to bring off Dwayne, bring on Padilla. We're going to get Awe off and bring on Altair. And bring on a Samba for Moro. Forza. Gasparic. Out to Samba. Yeah, his pass was too hard. Odegaard on the counter. Needs Mbappe. Pass wasn't too hard. It went to the wrong spot. He tried threading a pass that just he shouldn't have done. And they hit us on the counter. And now it's a kickoff highlight. Oh, geez, excuse me. Mendes. Not bored by the game, I'm tired. And I don't know why, because I got a decent amount of sleep for the first time in a long time last night. Which is probably why. Gasparic intercepts the pass, but Mbappe gets it. Vasquez feeds Mbappe, and he pushes it just wide left. Mbappe on the corner. Oh, a nice block by my far post guy. Betancourt gets the ball back. Mendes to Vitinha. Vitinha lofts it towards Anthony Odegaard, and he buries it. Well, it's... Mbappe over to Lamer. Donnarumma to Lamer. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez breaks left. Gets by the defender. Drops off to Lamer. Lamer. Vitinha. Vitinha turns around. Nihat. Betancourt. And Lamer redirects it rather. Not misdirects it. Redirects it. And it's a goal. I can't even blame the 3 days. I mean, this is still a decent squad. We should have at least a goal or two. Oh, okay, that looked like it was going in. I didn't say anything. It was obvious. Mbappe dinks the keeper. And, oh, look, a goal. No, 5-0 shutout. No way on God's green earth we deserved anything more than that. This does not bode well for the French Cup either. What this also means is that PSG is now 9 points ahead of us. Gasparic is out 4 to 5 days. Varela is out 1 to 3 days. On the other hand, we received $15.75 million from the Anjorin deal because he played 20 games for Arsenal. He's having a solid season. 6 goals rather. Doesn't look like he's been a starter. 13-7. Yeah, PSG's 9 points ahead of us. Unless they collapse, which isn't likely. They got a plus 54 goal differential for crying out loud. We're in second place. It's possible we could fall to third depending on what happens with Rennes and OGC Nice and the rest of the season. So we have Lyon coming up in a couple of days. We're going to save the game here. 4 days. Playing 3 games in 7 days. 4 games in 11 days. Okay, so there's 28 days in February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Math is hard. We're playing a game every 3 days, give or take. Well, Gasparic is still injured, so he is not going to be starting. And because it's the French Cup game, we've only got 7 substitutes, which, yeah, that's, you know, a 21st century problem. Lower leagues of French football, I mentioned this before. It used to be you had 5 substitutes, you can only use 3 of them. I think that's still in effect. I know post-COVID they switched some things around. I'm going to switch Inamori for Zanger. We'll leave Inamori there. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Akube in goal, Martinez and Lawrence as the defensive backs, Inamori and Junior as the wing backs, Kim Ji-hee and Demir as the mids, Rukavina and Polistri as the attacking mids. Akomier is up top with Padilla. Uribe, Stankovic, Abde, Zano, Sefriano. Ah, we are at Marseille's house. Uribe, Mendes, Grujic. Drops off to Gerson. To Abde. Satriano tries one-touch passing it up. It was a bad pass. Rukavina. Back to Inamore. Kim Jin-hee. Back to Inamore. Inamore crosses it in. Knocked away. Kim Jin-hee gets it back. Demir. Oh. Dispossessed. Satriano. Holds it up. Gets it back to Mendez. To Grujic. Gerson. Feeds Lozano. Mendez to Stankovic. Grujic. Equiano gives the ball away. Inamore centers it to Lawrence. Lawrence to Kim Jin-hee. Out to Junior. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence to Demir. Dispossessed. Satriano. Puts it in the crowd. Half hour in, we've had one shot on target. Padilla. And Uribe jumps up and grabs that. Throws it out to Mendez. I wish my keeper would do that. I have my keeper set to throw it out to the defensive mid, but he always manages kicking it halfway down the field. Kube, Demir, Dia, Junior, feeds Polistri. Polistri, right at Uribe. That was weak. Weak. Uribe bombs it forward. Lawrence heads it down. Back and forth. Satriano ends up with it. Abde blows by the defender. And he hits the post. Oh, I swear there are games the post has a better rating than my defenders. Abde. Zano. Demir. Polistri. Padilla. Gets it out to Okomier, but that's not going to happen. He's not much of a header. Rufik to Satriano. Out to Abde. Heads it forward, but no one in a Marseille uniform was there to help him out. Kim Jin-hee back and forth. That was a dangerous pass. That was also a dangerous pass. Rukavina, however, ends up with it. Inamori to Okomier. Okomier is going to cross the field to Polistri. Polistri. Well, Junior's going to end up with it. That was the intent. Polistri. Okomier. Oh, and he scores. After Stankovic got a foot on it, there was a bit of a clash in front of the goal there. Uribe was pulled out of position. And we equalized. I don't know that we deserved that, but we're going to take it. Berg. Knocked away. Abde sends back in. Gruzic's there. The Richmond cap is not bringing me luck. And I would expect the Palace cap to bring me luck either. They just got thumped by Arsenal today, for crying out loud. Boda on the throw-in. Satriano to Gerson. Feeds Lozano, who flew by the defenders. Gets it back to Svoboda. Abde's there, and he volleys it in. He is such a good player. Mbemba. Svoboda. Lozano. Satriano. Kim Jin-hee intercepts the pass. Kube out to Lawrence. Martinez gets it up for Rukavina. Rukavina feeds a Okomier, who's fouled. Look at this. Rukavina? Polistri. He puts it away. We are going to make a couple of changes here. Bring on Zanga for Inamore. Going to switch PD and Polistri. We're going to bring on a Samba. And that's all we're going to do, because I don't want to take Kim Jin-hee or one of the other guys off. I probably should take Kim Jin-hee off. He's gassed after this. Kubit. Are you kidding me? Kube got a hand on it. It soft rolled into the post and in. That was Forza for Kim Jin-hee because he's picked up an injury. Zanga on the throw-in. Samba drops it off to Sforza. Martinez. Lawrence. Demir. Feeds a Samba. A Samba up to Okomier. And Uribe. Very nice stop on Okomier. Although I think, yeah, Okomier was offsides. Borza into the crowd. Back away. Martinez is going to run it down. Gets it to Zanga. Zanga gives it away, but he gets it back. Crosses it in. Asamba is not a header. I don't know why they're aiming for him. I mean, you can obviously see he's the smallest guy on the field, for crying out loud. Origi. Back to Trabata. Back pass to Gerson. Gerson to Grujic. And he hits the crossbar. Lucky there. Kube into the crowd. Trabata knocks it down. Asamba chests it down. Moro to Polistri. Polistri stops it from going out of bounds. Gives it to Moro. Moro, Rukavina, and Okomier. Yeah, Okomier taps it in. His 13th goal of the season. 10 minutes left. We're on the very attack. Can we tie it up? No, we can't. Nope. Even with 6 minutes of extra time, there's not going to be any more highlights, and we are out of the French Cup. An Okomier brace and a police penalty is not good enough. I am proud of their efforts. You know, if we had a stronger squad in terms of depth and stuff like that, I mean, okay, we have a strong squad. It's just the amount of games we're playing has just been insane. Like I mentioned, we've had 8 games in 28 days. For the math challenge among us, and that's me because I'm looking at the cell phone here to pull up the calculator, because math is hard. 28 divided by 8, that's a game every 3.5 days. So, knockoff round provides no surprises. Martinez is out the next match because he got yet another yellow card. I don't know who we're playing in the league next. When do we find out? Round of 16. Run on 2/23. Oh, you know what? Let's get to that draw, and we'll be back with that. Then we'll figure out what we're doing next. Back in a bit. And here is the draw. We have not been seeded. Okay. Barcelona is playing Madrid. Another El Clasico. Okay. Hertha Berlin playing PSG. Benfica playing Liverpool. Real San Sebastian playing Man City. We are playing Chelsea. Monaco is playing Milan. Inter is playing Man U. Bayern is playing Newcastle. Okay, so we come back and do home and away at Chelsea? I think that's what we're going to do because, frankly speaking, like I said earlier, the league is pretty much set in stone. We'd have to really fall on our face to fall out of top 4. I think we can do a very good job of holding on to second place. PSG's not going to falter, and they're going to run away with first place. Closest we can get, I think, is going to be maybe 3 points. And that's just all there is to that. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to save this here, and we're going to come back for a round of 16 match against Chelsea. For you guys, it'll be the next episode. For me, it'll probably be a couple hours. I'll still look the same. I'm going to record all day. I'm going to finish the season out and then get to simming for the rest of the year, or for the rest of the save. I sim out 3 and 7 years just to see what happens to the club after I leave. So from a game point of view, things could have gone better. The PSG game was just an absolute show. We almost pulled it out against Marseille. The fact we beat Galatasaray 4-1, a very good Galatasaray team, after barely squeaking by the first match, was good for us. So we're still in European football. I guess there's something to be said for that. What? I have no idea, so I'm just going to call it here. If you have liked what you've seen or heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM23. I thank you very much for watching.